Shri Shri Mooji Shri 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 Mooji Leave each day behind like flowing water. Free of sadness, yesterday is gone. Its tale is torn. Today new seeds are growing. The time has come to turn your heart into Temple of Fire. Your presence is gone, hidden in dark, to reveal its splendor. Burn in the fire of love. Leave each day behind like flowing water, free of sadness. Yesterday is gone, its tale is torn. Today new seeds are growing. Time has come to turn your heart into Temple of Fire. Your presence is gone, hidden in dark, to reveal its splendor. Burn in the fire of love. Time has come to turn your heart into Temple of Fire. Your presence is cold, hidden in dark, to reveal its splendor. Burn in the fire of love. Burn in this fire of love. Burn in the fire of love. Burn in this fire of love. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Guru Satsang Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri 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 Guruji Namaha Shri 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 Mooji Namaha Grace is always falling like rain. Grace is always falling. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Guru Satsang Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Grace is always falling like rain. Grace is always falling. Shri 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 Guruji Namaha. Shri 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 Mooji Namaha. Loving Father, who dwells within the soul of my being, whose name is I am. Veneration to your holy name. Thy kingdom is here, thy will be read throughout the earth, as it does in the heavenly realms of the sun. Beloved Father, who dwells within the soul of God, whose name is I am. satisfied. The hunger of all belief. You heal our hearts so sorrow until they turn. Sure, but the next who's lying that show ignorance. Generations will know holy name. I will return, I will be there throughout the earth and goes in the heavenly realms of my soul. Loving Father, who dwells within the soul of me, whose name is I am. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Guru Satsang, non-duality. Shivali, Gurave Namaha. Shivali, Gurave Namaha. Shri 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 Guruji Namaha. Shri 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 Mooji Namaha. Grace is always falling like rain. Grace is always falling. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Guru Satsang, Brahma. Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Gurave Namaha. Grace is always falling like rain. Grace is always falling. falling. Shri, Shri, Shri Guruji Namaha. Shri, Shri, Shri Mooji Namaha.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. Namaste, everyone. Very warm welcome to Satsang today. So, Guru Shri Mooji Ji ki Jai. Welcome, welcome. I was wondering whether you let me into the hangout because I couldn't recognize myself for a while. Thank you so much on the screen. The last time I shaved, we had the satsang which was called the evil twin, isn't it? Namaste, everyone. Very warm welcome to satsang today. Okay, Guru Shri Mooji Ji ki. Welcome, welcome. If you're in the hangout, the way to ask questions is to unmute your mic, and on YouTube chat you can post your questions and we will look at them. What if all of us had this identity only for a day? We wake up with this face and we never have this again, even this body. And it only seems like it continues, it's a continuing story. But what if, just like any other dream, this dream also, this body mind is available to us only for this period, called the waking state, for a day. It's a great opportunity for us to look at identification. And we discussed last week that identification is the process by which the mind tries to make nothing into something, no thing into something. And how does it try to do that? Can we see for ourselves? So for some time today, instead of going with the content of the mind, can we instead identify which identity is it speaking to? So when a thought comes, instead of so much about whether to believe the thought or not, can we quickly identify which is the identity that it is speaking to? And what you might find is that it is one or two identities which still seem to get our belief. It could be the spiritual seeker, the one who wants freedom, or it could be the one who owns the body. So let's do it like this. For some time, let's experiment like this, and we expose which is the identity that it is speaking to. So if you're here, you can say out loudly, you can say, not, not loudly, as in very loudly. Yes, you can verbalize it. If you're in the Hangout and on YouTube chat, you can type. And it's okay if it becomes too much to read also, it's okay. The point is the exposing of it, the sharing of it, rather than the everyone reading it is not as important. So all we have to do is wait for our next thought, and instead of exposing the thought itself, we expose the identity which the thought is speaking to. Can we do like this? Amaya says, which is the identity that it is speaking to? Can you rephrase the question? So when you look at the thought, you will find that it is speaking to a particular aspect of you, a particular section of the photo album, which is called the identity. So is it the child identity? Is it the woman identity? Is it the body identity? Which is the identity that it is speaking to? Okay, so we started already, some are saying. And when you feel that you don't know, then you can just write out the thought, and I will help you see which identity it is, which lurking aspect of the identity it still seems to be trying to push.
Namaste, Father.
Namaste, my dear.
May I expose what
Yes, yes.
I can't even see is it so clearly when these thoughts comes during the day. It's not so obvious, but in the morning, you know, that still small problem of the morning. Almost every time, or better to say every time, when some thoughts comes are about survival, about body. I don't even know if it's a body, but if I look more clearly, it seems like a body survival. What other survival can be in this material world, it's a body. And it's not only about money. Usually it's not about money. It's about aging and the fear of remaining alone and fear of if I get ill, if because I'm alone, if anybody can help me. It's actually, it's about body always. And if you can help me with this, because very often comes back and I look at it, and during the day I see it's nothing, but it still somehow, this is, it seems like a powerful thought about the body. Not identification as a woman body, but generally as a body in this material world.
Very good. Many of you are actually saying that this body identification still seems to be strong. You see? So, the first, let's look at the troublesome aspect. The troublesome aspect is that I am the body belief. You see? What is happening to me because I am getting old? Who is going to take care of me? Like that. And all of us actually who've been in satsang, but if somebody has a trouble with this, you can write again and we can look at it again. All of you have clearly seen by now that you cannot be this body. You cannot be just this instrument made up of all the food that you have consumed. Isn't it? So this is clear that I am not the body. At least when you inquire and check, this much is clear for you by now that I cannot be just this body. Very good. So the second aspect of it, which I feel now is troublesome for some of you, is I am the owner of this body. How do I take care of it? Because I'm the owner of this body, how do I take care of it? And when I say that you are the owner of the body, I'm not referring to you as a person. You see. Who is the owner of the body? The same which is the owner of all the energetic plane. It's consciousness itself. Because there is no person who owns anything, because there is no person that exists. So in this way you see that it is again the impossible one, the imagined one, which comes and says, but okay, you are not the body, but at least you must take care of the body. But this you is who? So we said often that this entire universe is the body of God. So could it be that the entire universe except your body is the body of God? Cannot be this way, isn't it? So it cannot be that this body which is appearing and the visual perspective, the sensory perspective seems to be from inside this, cannot be that everything else is the body of God except this instrument which is appearing here now. So this body, this instrument must age, you see. It must age. It's important for it to age. Because will you keep playing the same game over and over in this realm? No, you also change the level. You finish one game, you play another one. That is entertaining. You will not want to see the same movie over and over and over. It's important that this body ages, and it is important that the death of this body also comes. When the instrument, beautiful though it might be, very, very wonderful technology that it might have, still there comes a time where it is not serving the purpose of experiencing this realm. It's played out the purpose of experiencing this realm. And then it must be let go of, isn't it? Just
Yes,
because. Yes.
Sorry.
So when we wake up and we have a shower, then we wear a fresh set of clothes. And it seems like these are very nice, very nice. But by the evening, it is time for these clothes to be discarded and new clothes to be worn. Because the freshness is gone. They're worn out and jaded. So let God, who is running this entire set of universes, all the realms, all the dreams, everything is being run by this one consciousness, which is your own presence. Let this one decide all of these things. And you remain neutral. You remain neutral. And why you must remain neutral? Because in reality, that which is nothing cannot be something. You hear what I say? So I say that you must remain neutral in the sense that because you are nothing, when you pretend to be something, that is coming out of neutrality. You see? Nothing is always just nothing. It's only an idea we have about ourselves which says, I want to control this, I want to control the health of the body, there's something I must have to do about it. And then yet we find that even after we make the best decisions, I will start working out every day or I will do yoga every day. With full resolution every new year we could have. And how long does it last? Maybe 2 days, 3 days, maybe a week. And sometimes no decision, nothing, and something just feels, okay, let me go for a walk, let me run, let me do some yoga. And this can happen. So then the trouble really is that we still feel that there is a decision maker, which is me, which can decide on how the health of the body is going or not. This is important to see. So,
Yeah.
yes, Michael, you can speak.
Yes, it's exactly what you said, that the thinking that there is a decision maker who can do something for the health of the body. It's not more anymore, because I accepted something. I accepted that the physical look is changing and everything, and I'm okay with that. Actually, I also like it. It's more about fear or thoughts of a pain. It's just like sometimes I find myself like praying from inside, oh, never let me feel the pain, please. While I'm here, please let me be always healthy. But it's about the thought of the decision maker, as you said, about health. Still, these thoughts are sometimes very powerful here.
And very good that you can expose like this, because I feel that we are coming closer to what the button that can still be pressed. It is this button which is being pressed for some of you, which is that this fear of pain. This fear of pain. And I've heard like this many who say that as long as this body is here, let it be healthy. Like this, we heard like this, isn't it? So it is this very primal avoidance of pain. But what if you were to instead say, it is all in God's hands? If there is pain, then there is pain. The pain is also God's experience. This is what truly nothingness means, isn't it? That there is truly nobody home, there is no one here who is even saying that I want a painless existence. Because this, again, there's this feeling that God might mess up the recipe of my life. He might put too much salt, or he might put too little sugar. It cannot happen like this. This life, this experiencing is planned to the T, and all is God's plan. And everything that happens, even if it is pain, you will be grateful for.
I would just like to say why this is so strong sometimes. it's not that I think about it. It doesn't. I don't. If I lived alone, it would be really great. Alone, I mean, in the house. But I live with my father, who is a very unconscious being, and he's in pain constantly. But he's not even aware of it. He thinks that it has to be like that. You know, he does not think even that he has to do something about it. He's totally, but really suffering psychologically and also physically. And he's also old. And while I'm also speaking, something is working here. And we live in a not big house, and every day I see this, every single moment, always, because he's retired and I'm many hours spending at home and always watching it. Even if I don't want, I am immersed in this energy, and because of that, sometimes it's strong. Otherwise, when I go out, I'm not for hours, for example, at home, I forget he exists, you know. But it's because of that, because I see so much suffering around me, and therefore also these thoughts, if I'm conscious also about my body and health, I can avoid all this pain, you know. It's about that.
Yes, so this feeling can come, this urge can come that the body should be healthy here. It can come like this, as long as the biggest trouble we already said is that the trouble of I am the body, which I feel that you don't have, most of us in Satsang don't have this anymore. It is this feeling that I am the owner of the body. And speaking as consciousness, it is true like that. As consciousness, you are the owner of the body, but still not to take it personally. Still not to take it personally. And then if there's a feeling that comes here, there's some guidance which comes that the body must need some servicing, it needs some maintenance, then no trouble with that. You see? And it is, how do you know that it is meant to happen like that? When you see that it is happening like that. Because otherwise the trouble is with the guilt. Oh, yesterday you decided that I'm going to do some workout or something like this, but you were too lazy, you see, didn't go. Like this, it is more the guilt about not taking care of the body, which is also trouble, isn't it? So instead of that, just honor whatever's appearing in the moment. And you know that this is God's play, and this is what God has to show you in this moment. So in this way then, you will stop suffering from your father's suffering, because actually his suffering is what is due to him. And we say, why can't he be rid of his suffering if only he would listen? But when the suffering is enough, he will be open enough to listening. Maybe suffering also sometimes becomes a comfort zone. And some people get so comfortable in that state of suffering, they say, okay, these are my last days. Let me be at peace in this suffering itself. You see? So sometimes it becomes like this. And then if the door is not open, then you cannot really try to barge in. You see? So first we free ourselves from the suffering of our close ones.
I feel that's the only problem remaining here. I would like really, sometimes I feel like, oh God, please, I know I can expose it here because it's only a thought. But sometimes I don't feel I'm suffering. But sometimes when I see that it's still going on, he's suffering, and it will be, as you said, it's comfortable for him. And sometimes I feel, oh my God, please take that soul with yourself. Leave me, let me alone here. It's, and I don't have a guilt about this thought. I just see it appearing. I just see it and I say, yes, it's just like any other thought. Because he is so comfortable with his suffering. I in the beginning I couldn't believe that somebody can be so comfortable, but it is his case, really, as you said.
So he is teaching you then. He's teaching you how to be comfortable with his suffering. You also become comfortable with his suffering. But also that many times a dear friend, actually her mother was, she just passed away, and when she was struggling in her last days, then this prayer was there every day with her, that please take her away, because that was also compassion. You see? Please let the body go, because enough of pain this body has been giving. So don't feel anything about this. It is very natural for us to have these kind of things that we feel. If our parents or some loved ones have bodies which are really in too much pain all the time, then naturally this prayer can appear, which is that let them be free from this body.
Yes, sometimes even I see even these like happening. You know, sometimes it comes just spontaneously. Like the moment came, he left his body, he's leaving his body, and I'm there, and finally at this last moment he can hear me. You know, and I'm just saying, just let go of everything and be in peace for the first time in your life. Be in peace, like I can see the whole happening, not in the future, like in the present, you know. And I'm so happy I can expose it here, because I never think I can say the things like this, because it's like thought comes, appears, and then disappears. Images appears and disappears, but they are repeating itself. Therefore, I felt maybe it would be good to expose it only for that. Thank you so much.
And I tell all of you that this body thing is a complete projection. It's complete projection. I can tell you like this, that because also very often I refer to the dream state, which is a great teacher also, isn't it? In the dream state. So last night again I had the dream of this one with that land thing. I wish you would just sell the thing. I wish I could come from this state into that state and just say, sell the damn land. What's the big deal? You know? So what happened is last night, this one visited the land. He visited the land, and then in the land somebody has made a house there, and they're, it's like all mattresses on the floor, so they're using it as a guest house, and people are coming and staying in it. And
dream or waking?
That dream, it seemed very like that one with the land. So there's always this trouble of encroached. Maybe there's some deep-rooted fear here over some land of mine or something. I don't know what. So this one then is going to the police, or I don't know what. He's confronting them and saying, "You're my property. This is my property." All this kind of thing. So the body is there, the land is there, everything outside is there, and it continues. So this entire feeling that only this waking state is continuing, this body will be back after I wake up, it's all a joke. It's all a joke. It can be that this body is here only for this period of time, which we experience like a day. It is that one who is having this dream. Maybe over there he's saying, "No, there's this crazy dream I get. This one is Ananta, and he sits in front of a computer, and there's some people who watch him."
The dream is also an appearance.
Yes, yes. It's the same way. Just the same way it is appearing, and it can seem so real, and you feel emotions. I was feeling so much anger coming up, and fear that my land is going, these people are encroaching it. And it's continuing story. This whole fallacy that dreams don't continue, it is this waking state which continues, it's a complete fallacy. Because this one I can tell you now, it's been continuous for a long time. Earlier it was animals that were coming in, so we built a fence. You know this, I keep sharing. And it's too crazy for me to make up, okay? So you must believe me when I share. I'm not that creative. So like this, we see that all these projections, it can give this feeling of reality because of continuity, things like this, but means nothing.
Thank you, Father, so much.
So now, okay, so suppose this is what is appearing now. And if this is a movie, let's enjoy the movie now. Can we just enjoy the now for what it is? And in enjoying the now for what it is, you will not be able to invent a person. Because when we are enjoying the now, this what is, then nobody can show me the person in the now. The person relies on this concept of past and future. Without that, it cannot have existence. You see, even what should I do next? Why did I do that? Again, relying on past and future. But all that we have right now is this now. And this now is so beautiful. My daughter come from Pune. Another daughter has come all the way from America and she's been here. This sounds completely like a dream anyway. Beloved brother is here. He comes all the way driving long distance. So much in this hangout, beings from all over the world. So much joy in this now. And this joy is coming from the presence which is here. So now, like this, no concept of future enlightenment, some liberation which is coming, something to get. Because this is again the what's in it for me. What's in it for me in Satsang also, what's in it for me. There is no me. It is a nothing. Please get over this me. It's a bad relationship which you must drop now. And if this identity is so strong that I am the body, then the body only has limited time. Forget about dream state, illusion, forget about all that. But even in this, if this phenomenal state was completely real, then the body has limited time, isn't it? What is the best you can do? Enjoy the now with this body because soon it is passing. And nobody can tell you how to expand your life. You might have the best best shape body, but you might step out on the street and have an accident and die. How does it matter? How does it matter? Who knows any of these things? So just see what is here now.
The other day when I was going to pick up my son from school, I just had this insight that for 35 years, I've for 35 years, I was thinking that I am doing everything, and that's so arrogant, and that's so stupid, and it's so simple.
Yes. But it's the most common arrogant, stupid belief in this realm. It's the most common. I am doing this, I am doing that, I should do this, I should do that. I did this, I did that. Just do.
See, even praying is arrogance only, Father, because then you're telling God what to do for you. In
If
a
it is
sense,
like that
yeah.
deal making, yes. If it is like that deal making sort of praying, then yes.
In the way we knew it before.
I am praying, please take care of everything. See, that is deal making. But the prayer which is saying that I am nothing, all is yours, is still auspicious. Still auspicious. How does one catch up with all the chat? Anna had said earlier that thoughts here are speaking to the seeker identity, saying, I don't really want the truth, that I am here for coincidence and it's not my destiny. But the truth is here and you are here. The truth is here and you are here. So forget about destiny, future, what you want, don't want. What is already here now? You are here. As what? As what are you here? Are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, my dear, I can.
Namaste. I don't know, this is a thought that I always had, like, uh, at the base of everything, and I don't know if it's the seeker identity, maybe it's like because I feel always, this ego feels always smaller than, I don't know, makes me feel smaller.
Just like this, there's another one who wrote to me and said, and she'd been in satsang for 2 years. Almost 2 years she'd been in satsang. And she said, I didn't really belong actually. I was just coming because I felt my friends are there and I just happened to be there. But I was not really into it so much. So it was mostly just the peer pressure. And I felt it's a nice thing to do. Like these kind of thoughts can take you like that. You see. Can get your belief in that way. So that's why I say that now you are here, now truth is here. So let's find it now. And let's not worry about what the future will bring. very simply, we can just look without any expectation that something should happen. Just look and say, what is here right now?
If I stay in the now, it's always, there's nothing now.
There's nothing now. Nothing now means appearance is still there. The outward appearance is still there, isn't it?
Yeah, but there is no thought now. No, I'm not worried about anything.
This is the power of now, isn't it? That in the right now there is none of this. But you are still here. The important part that gets missed out sometimes when we read like The Power of Now and other books like this is that we feel okay, in the now there's no trouble, so this is great. So all that I'm going to do is just be in the now. But who's been able to do it? Nobody. You see? Only then it becomes like a band-aid for cancer. I joke like this. It becomes like putting band-aid for cancer. So now, like this, let's use this now to come to the self-discovery of what I am. Because what I am cannot leave. So very beautifully you said that outward appearance is there, but there is no worry, there is no thought. See? But the one who witnesses now that there is no thought, that one is still there or no?
Yes.
This one which witnesses when there is thought and witnesses when there is no thought. This one still remains. So this one is there, and this witness, is it ever touched by the content of what is going on anyway? So when a thought comes like this, what was it earlier? I don't really want the truth.
Oh,
That I am here for coincidence and it's not my destiny. So when this thought comes, is the witness touched by it?
no.
The witness is
But in
completely.
some way,
Yes, yes.
no, in some way it's like like at the root of everything, because is very important for me now, for this person, and it seems like a thought that is different from other thoughts. I don't know. It seems like more important, or uh, it gets my belief more than other thoughts. Actually, maybe it's just as the other ones. I don't know.
But this me does not exist. And I don't want you to just hear this and believe me. You hear this and check for yourself. Because you say for the person now, this is very important. But I tell you that this person is just completely impossible. It does not exist. It is just an idea. And some feelings might come, or some strong thought might come to prove the existence of this person. But just because a feeling is coming up or a thought is coming up doesn't make the person real. You see?
Yes.
So, with this way, when you find that the person itself doesn't exist, then you take the root out of this root thought. Because the root thought will keep changing. You see? When it is spiritual seeker identity, it will say, but you are just faking it. Look at all the others, they really understood. What are you doing here? All this it will say. When it's relationship identity, it will be either, oh, you don't deserve this man, or it will be that, oh, this man doesn't deserve you. It's always the same, just the same stuff, but different context. You see, different context. But the reference point to all of this is this one, which we started calling the Martian now, the one who is from Mars. It is representing the voice of the hungry Martian. It is even more ludicrous than the Martian, because it does not even exist on Mars. We believe ourselves to be, has no existence whatsoever.
Yes.
And if you're open enough to looking at this, if you've had enough of this person game, then you will check and see, yes, it was all this one big joke. There never was a person here.
Yeah, and also it's becoming like more and more loud, this the voice of the mind in these days, because they told me that I can go to Saja for, I don't know, 2 months or something like that. So I was like really happy, yes. And then this thought, no, you don't really want the truth, and you are there, they will discover you, you're not like them. Like, so maybe it's just for this, some resistance, and that's it, I don't know.
Yes, and this shows you that this mind, this ego is not happy either way. If they told you you can't come, that also big trouble. Oh, they're so they're so authoritative. They should let everyone in. And now they told you you can come. Also, then now do I deserve it? You cannot win. You cannot win with the mind. You see, if you argue with this one, you cannot win an argument with this
Yeah.
one. But whose voice is this one? Who is it representing? Whether loudly or softly, who is it representing? So we hear the voice, but whose face is it?
Is it important to recognize like where this voice come from, or just
Huh? It
drop
is just
everything and not believe in anything?
some identity. For some of you, it's very simple. All I have to say is just don't believe the next thought and enough. It's all gone. Everything can come and go. You see? But for some of you, something still needs to be inquired into. So you say that these things still get my belief. So grace is showing you that some identity is still here. Maybe the identity of unworthiness, maybe the identity of spiritual seeker, something like that is still there. So best then, rather than trying to push it away and to hide from it, best then to come and say, okay, show me the face of the one who is unworthy. Who is this one that I'm referring to? Because I cannot see that one. You see? I cannot find that one. Where is the unworthy one? Is it the body which is unworthy? The body cannot be. The person does not exist. The body it cannot be. The person does not exist. So can there be anyone which is unworthy or worthy? And it's much better if you feel that you are unworthy. Then there are many who believe that they're very evolved people, you see. The evolved personhood is the spiritual ego, which is more difficult to dislodge.
Good news.
Huh?
some good news at least.
Yes, I'm good. Yes. The person idea cannot survive without a desire. So if you feel that the person idea is still strong for you, you must tell me what you want. And it doesn't have to be a satsang desire, it can be anything which you feel that I still want this.
Like, what is really the problem is that this idea about I'm unworthy and I don't really want the truth is because I'm letting go all almost all the desires that I had. But if I really look, I see that I have still some desires that if I compare these desires like of the material world with the truth, still I'm not sure like
Yeah.
what is the most important thing for me. Uh, so I'm like, I really want the truth, or I want more a child, or something like that, or I want more a family. And I see that still there is some.
Many times in satsang, I can say like this: that do you really want the truth? Do you really desire the truth? And sometimes it is important to ask like this: but whose testimony are you going with? Because the mind will immediately come and say, oh, but I don't know. I feel I want relationship or child. How do I know? And this is the mind's voice.
Yes,
If you really wanted something else, if you really wanted something else, then why would you come here?
I feel like pulled here. I don't know.
Yeah,
Things are happening, and I'm just following what my heart is saying, and I came here.
yes. So because I know that you're already here and you've been here, we met in Rishikesh also a few times. You were there for the entire season. That means there must be something which is not some just some spiritual shopping or something like this. This is not what is happening with you. You've been here, you've been here. So don't go with trying to convince the mind that I want the truth, I want the truth. Because the mind will not agree to you. Your life is showing you what you want already.
Yes.
Don't try to convince the mind that oh we must together, we must want the truth. Nothing like that. The mind will not agree.
Yeah, this thought comes just because I see a lot of people which are really wow, I want freedom like this, no? And me, I'm like, I don't even have this desire. I don't know what to say. Like uh, I feel just pulled into this, but I don't want it like them want. So I just I don't know. Like I'm saying this, and it sounds so stupid.
It's the point of this desire, if it is there, the auspicious purpose of this desire, if it is there, is only to bring you to satsang. And you already in satsang. What else will the desire do? Because this one is more troublesome. You see, you sit in satsang and you say, I want truth, I want truth. But the truth is already here.
Yes.
And then it's still saying, but I want the truth. I have a desire for the truth. You see? But you're already here. So the desire, the purpose of the desire is only to bring you here. It cannot do anything more than that. So now that you're here, What is it that you're looking for here? Are you looking for truth?
Yes, even if looking for is not the exact word. It's in some way I'm like try to not try like maybe waiting that
Yes.
the truth is coming, that something is revealed.
Yep. Very good. So don't wait, nothing is going to be revealed also. Then what remains?
In this moment, nothing.
This is freedom. This nothingness, this emptiness is freedom. And whatever the mind says now, you can expose like that. Because the mind usually, when I say like this, it will come with some doubt, some but, where are the fireworks? Where is
Yes,
the
I was saying this, like people is crying, laughing, and I'm like, okay, just
yeah, so you want freedom or you want the crying, laughing?
freedom.
Yes, yeah,
Another
now.
doubt,
Yeah,
because you make things so simple.
yeah.
And also another doubt is it cannot be so simple, like because Guruji is always speaking and speaking, metaphors and a lot of words, and you are like very much more direct. And with you, I discovered that it's much more simple. But then the mind comes and say, too much simple, too simple.
Yeah. You can say like this is a very good one to expose. And Guruji also says that it's simpler than simple.
Yes. I love you, Father.
Love you too, my dear. And if you want to see God pretending to be a person, you can believe your next thought.
Thank you.
For God to find God is the simplest thing because God is God. For a person to find God is impossible. But the good news is that the person does not exist. It is only the voice of this person which seems to come up over and over and tries to confuse us, tries to delude us into the belief in the existence of this person. I see only God. I see you, I see only God. That is why I can never buy any of your stories. All of you. I can never buy your story. Because I don't see it. I just don't see it. And because I don't buy your stories and you love me, then you don't buy your own stories also now.
Okay. Yes. I will bring you in my heart now that I go in Sahaja.
Very good.
I will not be in Satsang here in YouTube or Hangouts, but
I'm right there, my dear. Right there.
thank you.
Love.
Mm.
It can be nothing
Father,
simpler. You can come, my dear.
Sorry, Father, I had to come up. Um, I had something similar to share what Anna just shared. Yesterday, in the afternoon, when I was like sitting in the park, I was just reading one of the Rupert's guided transcripts, and then it was telling about being aware and all those things. And then I actually sat there and I checked, and then suddenly I had a glimpse of just being aware, and there was no mind, no thoughts, just for that moment. And I also actually, when I was, I mean, being aware is just like being aware. That's all. You know, it's nothing. It's nothing like a big event, or you have to go somewhere else. Definitely, it's a different, as you say, it's a different realm. The mind or thoughts cannot be there. You know, I saw that it's like appearance. It cannot definitely touch awareness. You know, it's not. I'm not touched with the thoughts and all, and I couldn't find the person there. So for that moment, I felt like, oh, it's so simple. Why is mind making it so complicated? And also felt like how many people, like, you know, they laugh and they cry. Why is that not happening to me? That those doubts came, but at the same time, there was like convincing thing. I don't know. I don't know. Then at the same time, it's like, because awareness is not a state, or you don't have to do anything to become. It's just awareness, Father. One minute, Father. Look in the basket. Go. So it was like, it was there for a couple of hours, Father, and then I was feeling very light and very peaceful. Definitely I didn't feel the joy and love, but the peace was there, as if something is lifted, you know, the veil is lifted. That clarity was there, Father, and um, I felt so peaceful. I thought I'll share with you, Father, but by evening, the mind started coming back, and it kind of created that anxiety and all. But it was all seen. It didn't stay for long. Uh, Even in the afternoon, I didn't want today to attend the satsang. Also, I was there was like a conflict whether I should come and share with you. Should I attend satsang? Then I decided, okay, whatever is going to happen will happen. I'm not going to make choice whether I should attend or not attend, or tell or not tell, all those things. And then I just, you know, it just happened, and I'm here in the satsang too, and all these things is happening. It was very nice, Father. I didn't. Um, I don't know. I just wanted to share with you, Father. You can just talk more about it. Thank you.
Very good. And once we are in the inquiry so much, then these glimpses where you have these experiences and the sense of me itself cannot be found. Sometimes you'll find that even the sense I am is not there. And yet awareness is there. And yet it is not sleep. So there's these undefined states. I know the yogis have, I'm sure, created some names for them, but you'll experience all of these. But the point is not to focus so much on these experiences. They're just giving you glimpses. In the right now, like you said, awareness is completely here. And this awareness is unchanged. Whether there is some experience or not, it is unchanged. And you already know that you are aware. Because when you ask, am I aware now? Very quickly you say yes. So that which you are is already here. And it can seem like there are times where the appearance itself starts to dissolve. But you are coming to a place now where whether appearance is there or is dissolved is making no difference.
And it's not like sometimes I'm aware, sometimes I'm not aware. It's not like that. Constantly, awareness is there. It's just that that assumption is there that I'm not there. That's all. It's an assumption. I feel like that, but it's continuous. That clarity is there, Father. But the mind comes and says you have to stabilize there. You know, something says you have to stabilize in self. Something like that. It keeps saying. But there is no, not much importance is given to all these things now. It's just, okay, whatever happens will happen. There's nothing to, actually work on or anything like that. But yes, Father, this is definitely your grace. Thank you so much, Father.
As Bhagwan used to say and Papaji used to say, even Ramesh used to say actually that your head is in the tiger's mouth. What can you do now? It means that once you've seen yourself for what you are, already your head is in the tiger's mouth. Now, whether that head gets chopped off or not is all up to the tiger now. So, like Anna was saying earlier about desire for truth, all of that can come bring you to this point where you're face to face with the tiger. Then what happens in that encounter is completely up to God Himself.
Then it doesn't matter also.
It doesn't. Yes. Yes.
Yesterday, Mooji Satsang is so intense. And, these beings came up, they made us very kind. They reported such beautiful things, but now when we say, and then you now feel this presence that makes the report that some say that Jesus, I love Jesus, and
Yeah.
now I feel Jesus with me is in our heart. Yeah, it's so beautiful to hear all that, but it's still identification, is it? It's an experience, so it is. It's not the truth, is it?
Yes. It's a good question. You say that some might come and report that only Jesus is in my heart now. Is that still identification? Is that the truth? You see? First, remember that nothing is the truth. There is nothing which is the truth, at least verbally. Second, anything which takes power away from this pretend person identity is auspicious. So if someone is saying that Jesus is here in my heart and Jesus is all I feel it's very auspicious. Because the label could be Jesus, it could be being, it could be I am, it could be presence. As long as it is clear that power is not being given to the person identity. And this, even this expression is not coming from a place of some specialness. You know, some will say, Jesus is in my heart. So beautiful, his presence, he's doing. Okay? Others will say, Jesus is in my heart. So when you say like that, then it's sense of specialness. My heart, not your heart. Then like that. So it's not about the content which is being spoken actually. It is how, where it is coming from. Is it coming from this place of simple seeing that I am nothing? All there is Jesus. Or is it coming from a place of I am something now because Jesus is in my heart? So this is what we can sense in expressions.
Yeah.
So a deep sense of surrender can be there, or a deep sense of arrogance can be there based on the same words.
But it's still being. It's still being.
Yeah.
It's a awareness state.
So if you are referring to any presence, be it the presence of God, be it the presence of being, be it the Atma presence, it is still that awareness which is aware of this being. So if you're saying I am being, it is good enough, but it is not the absolute truth.
It is not the absolute truth. It's just like presence. Awareness. Yeah.
This one actually I've never understood. I'll tell you why, what I mean by that. I've never understood why there are so many spiritual movements which just bring you to the point of presence. Because it's so simple to see that even this presence, who is aware of? I am. You see? So we can very simply ask this question, am I aware now? So if this journey was like this, that from this imagined sense of personhood, we go into presence, into the sense I am that I am. You see? Then this seems to be complicated. Seems like a journey. You see? Actually it isn't, but it seems like a journey. But from this sense of I am, to see the absolute truth of what you are, that which is aware even of the I am, that I feel is super simple. It's like the most obvious thing, isn't it? That if presence is here, then even presence is felt. Who is aware of presence? I am. Is presence aware of me? No.
When you say when presence is here, do you mean can you start being now?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And that's why I say that we made it so simple that there are these simple tools at every step of the way. So you come as a person and you say, pretending to be a person, I want to be free from my suffering. So then very simple, just don't believe your next thought. I feel it's very simple. Because I hear many reports which say that it's easy for you to say, oh, it's not that simple. Yeah.
Now why the master, in case of Mooji, right? Not telling this person, but this is not the ultimate. There's something that is seeing this.
Yeah.
There's no pointing in that.
Yeah.
Because maybe the master is waiting for that being to shift to that state. Is it?
Because we're never actually answering the questions. We're only answering the questioner. So the Sadguru which is speaking knows exactly what is required in that moment. There is nobody who is deciding, saying I'm going to speak like this or I'm going to speak like that. It is just the way it is flowing.
So it's
There are many enlightened sages in India. Let's not say many. There are few enlightened sages in India who are only prescribing practices. Why like that? Because that is the way that their expression is flowing. And in that way, millions are coming to some state of freedom from suffering, some peace of mind is coming.
yeah, that's clear.
You see?
Yeah.
So then grace is using all these instruments to express in different forms. And I can tell you that what comes up is always the most auspicious in the presence of a true master, whether he is prescribing a breathing exercise to do or not. But you can always trust because he is the voice of spirit, the voice of intuition, the voice of the Sadguru. And different need different because there is no one truth. If there was just one simple truth, I would just say this and then you would stop satsang. You see, there are different types of conditioning, different patterns which have been formed. So there are different medicine that you need, all leading to the same ultimate answer. You see, but no two beings will ever say that I just heard this one sentence and it was done. Everyone will have a different story about how they came to the realization of what they truly are. In most occasions, not in most, in many occasions, just so auspicious. Nothing needs to be said also. Not really about the verbal answers. I can tell you that I don't remember a single word of what was said when I was in the hot seat. What was the question and answer? I had no question. Because I had no question, he had no answer. But it is enough just to drown in that presence, isn't it? Because it is not a mental understanding. It's not a mental understanding. If I was giving you some concepts and then somebody had to give you a test, the enlightenment test, and you had to answer all the right answers to get there, then that would be different. Then you would join a Vedanta course or something like that. Here the words are doing some part of the sharing. And then somebody had to give you a test, the enlightenment test, and you had to answer all the right answers to get there, then that would be different. Then you would join a Vedanta course or something.
So, awareness and witnessing, you're using that
Yeah,
interchangeably. Ultimately, I'm not the witnessing also, right? Something like that. Yeah?
You're not the witness.
I'm not the witness.
Because there is no
But there's
entity.
witnessing.
There is the witnessing.
That's it?
Yeah.
Or beyond that.
So confusion can come when we confuse the phenomenal witnessing to be the witnessing which I'm referring to.
No, fine.
So if you're referring to witnessing as awareness, then this is very interesting contemplation. You see? So if there's something beyond awareness, something beyond awareness, and whatever it might be, who would be aware of it?
Awareness.
Awareness.
Right?
Exactly. So if awareness is going to be aware of it, then which is the prior, which is the greater?
Then
Must be prior awareness, isn't it? You cannot.
that's all you want. It's awareness, right?
Yes.
It's like one big swimming pool of awareness.
Yes. Exactly. If you already see it like that, then no more words are required. Jerome has a question. He's saying, Father, does witnessing mean duality, reality and witnessing? In the phenomenal sense, when we speak of witnessing, that I am witnessing this using my senses, then like that witnessing, we can talk about that as the phenomenal witnessing. You are aware of this phenomenal witnessing also taking place, isn't it? So this one that is aware of the movement of thoughts, of the movement of attention, of the movement of belief, this one is also aware of the movement of the physical senses, the physical witnessing. So if we refer to witnessing as the phenomenal witnessing, then we can say that you as awareness are aware of even the phenomenal witnessing. Many times I like not to use the word awareness because we already have some concepts about it. And therefore, I refer to it as the pure witnessing or the pure seeing, something like this, to make it clear that I'm not talking about the phenomenal perceiving. That which perceives even the phenomenal perceiving, that is you. Jane wants to say something? You can come, my dear.
Um, my heart is beating really fast.
We have time. We have time.
Um, oh, when I ask, are you aware now? The mind comes in and it's like it's looking for something. I
What
don't
is the
know if that
mind?
makes any sense.
The mind comes
It's
in
like
and
it's like it's trying to look for something.
the mind comes. The mind actually is only a bundle of thoughts and similar energies like imagination, memory, these sort of energy constructs is what we call the mind. So it has no capability to look. It can come and profess some answers and say, yes, this is wonderful. So that is just the words. But even before all of this can happen, if I just ask you like a child, are you aware now? And it's much simpler than this. Because even this, the reaction in the body, even this you are aware of, isn't it? The mind is saying, or some emotions are coming, all of this you are aware of. Therefore, you must be aware now, isn't it? This awareness which you are is independent of whatever content might be appearing.
It's saying like I have no idea what you just said.
It's saying what?
I have no idea what you just said. But
It's just a comedian. You see, we have a stand-up comedian sitting in our head. Just yesterday, the coach team was working on this quote. We spoke about this earlier that the only trouble comes when we forget to laugh. We take this guy seriously. So whatever it could be saying, you are aware of that. The ego is not aware of you. The mind is not aware of you. You are aware of the mind. And this is your unchanging position. And we have no expectations from what the appearance must be like. Then we see that nothing which is appearing can actually bother us. The most glorious thought or the most horrific thought, you as awareness means nothing. Whether body is in pain, it is crying, or whether it is happy and joyful, to you as awareness it means nothing.
Thank
Good. Happy, very happy.
you. I love you.
Smile at me today. So if there's anyone who is not clear, then you ask yourself this question, am I aware now? If you don't have clarity on this, I'm very happy to hear from you. You can come up and you can speak. Because in this way it is so simple. So simple.
I would like to come up, Father.
Come, my dear. Right?
Uh, um, the mind is playing so much tricks here.
Is it comedy tricks or some other tricks?
No, nightmare tricks.
Okay.
Nightmare tricks. And right now, seemingly a lot of is going on, and I'm not sure about awareness in a way like it was before, very, very clear, but now it's not pure. It's not pure anymore in a way I cannot explain.
So let's start fresh now. Fresh, right now. Are you aware now?
Yes.
Does it have any attributes? This awareness, purity, impurity, can all this happen with awareness?
No attributes, no.
So when we say pure witnessing or pure awareness or pure seeing, we are talking about this primal awareness, which is not a phenomenal witnessing or a phenomenal awareness. This one, which is aware even of the perceiving through the senses. So although we can use the word pure awareness sometimes, in reality this awareness can never actually become impure, isn't it?
Yes.
So that which you are experiencing yourself to be, when you ask the question, am I aware now? What can make it impure? Even if the loudest noise the mind makes, even if some strong appearances are coming, can anything actually touch this?
No, it's only when my attention goes to. It seems here my attention goes to another form of awareness. Maybe it sounds crazy, but
What does it mean, another form of awareness?
A
What does
picture
it
create
mean?
somehow.
Like a visual, maybe a visual or an image of awareness, is it?
No, not visual. More emotional form of awareness, but it's created. It's coming after awareness, and this gets mixed up, and it seems to be also awareness, but
Whatever that is seen, whatever can be seen, is not the seen. So whatever it might be, even if it is very subtle, it is still the appearance, and it is not awareness.
yeah. And there's fear here because it is so very subtle. This created kind of awareness that it can convince me, and I can fall out of everything, like it seemed to be at these days, these past days. It's good to just say it here.
Very, very, very good. And remember that any time you check, you cannot leave the perspective of this awareness, which is truly you. So all that is needed whenever something gets confusing is just to check. And you will always find that I am this pure witnessing of any appearance which might be coming or going. Let the dance be whatever dance which is coming. The dance of appearances, you will let go of what it must be like. Let it be any sort of dance. One day angry dance, one day funny dance, one day gratitude dance, one day love dance. It's okay. Let it be whatever it is.
Yeah, it's going, like this.
It's like a pulsating vibration, is it like that?
No, everything is involved. The body, feelings,
Oh.
everything just on. That's very strange.
Whatever might be happening, whatever is happening is always only in the appearance. Nothing is happening to you as awareness. This is what we have to check. Whatever is seen, isn't it part of the appearance? Or is it really part of me?
Right now, I can see that there's a belief. I cannot do it. I cannot. This thing, what is appearing here, is too much. Too much to. Something victim thing. Some victim thing is going on here. And yeah, and there's a strong belief there. But I can see that. I can see that.
And the instant you see that, I can see that. It means that you are the witness of it and you are not it.
Yeah.
Don't expect anything to change in the appearance. Let everything be exactly as it is.
Yes. Yes.
Then, then we will find that every moment is just what is appearing in this moment. Then all our identities, victim identity, suffering identity, all this cannot survive. Then we are just fresh moment to moment.
Yeah, all this can be here. Yes. Yes. That's so great.
You have enough space. You have enough space. Your infinite space, everything can come and everything can go. Everything is allowed to come and go.
Thank you so
Yeah.
Nightmare doesn't. The nightmare can be there. Any nightmare can. Thank you so much.
Yes, one point I feel I must clarify also is that when I say enjoy the moment, enjoy the now, it doesn't always necessarily translate into the fact that some feeling of joy must be present. What I truly mean is just experience the now for exactly what it is, whatever the content might be. Because what you are discovering in the right now is that it is never truly about the content, even not the content of joy. And in the right now, you are seeing that you are the pure witnessing, the pure seeing of all this content which is appearing. And for the moment, no content is too much. Because the mind is saying, oh, this is too much. So the now can be very sober. It can be full of pain also. It is just what it is right now. But nothing is ever too much for you because you are that infinite from which even God is born. So how can something become too much for you? And the confusion only always, no matter what you say and how true it sounds, is always about some belief in personhood, some belief in the separation, some belief in the identification as the ego. No matter what you say your problem is, it is always only this ego. You can never say that as God I have this problem or as the self I have this problem. You can only say as a person I have this problem. Is there trouble with the audio? Trupsi is saying there's a lag here. Everyone else also? It's okay.
Ananta,
Yes, my dear. Come.
can I come in and talk?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, hi. Oh, um, I just want to take a moment of silence.
Yes.
I just want to, I'm having a lot of resistance with, I know, first of all, that I think the most profound thing that you said was that the mind has to be afraid of you. And I just wanted to expose this resistance to community and to like into Google, and I'm wondering if my family's going to look at this, or coming out of, I'm really angry. I'm like, I feel like Mooji put me on this cliff, and it's the front of Hollywood, like put me on this cliff, and I feel like I'm in the Sangha's mouth, and I want to be here, and I want you guys to eat me, but I feel like there's so much love, and that I don't want to hurt anybody. My person comes up, and I feel like love monsters. Like there's all this love, and what do we do with it all? And so my all my trauma came up with Mooji, and all of this energy, and all this love mixed with it, but it never. But he pointed me, like, never imprints on me. It's like stuff comes and it doesn't. But what keeps recycling is this resistance with community. But yet my heart keeps showing up and it wants community. But then I go there and I act like an idiot. you know, and I just see all my conditioning, you know, but I know it's not real. I know it's the play of Leela, but you know, it's like I know it's subtle stuff that it appears very large, and you know the mind wants to make it really big, you know, and we're just all a child of God that wants to be loved, and I just want to play, you know, like, but I don't want to hurt anybody. But I feel like sometimes my light is just so much, and I don't know what to do with all my love, Ananta, and I just all this resistance, I'm holding it down, and but I'm not angry, like I don't have you know, it's like it's just everything, nothing imprints on me. But yet this community thing and this resistance with the technology and wanting coming out, this keeps coming up. So that's why I'm speaking about it. But I know that the absolute and the unborn, which, you know, Mooji, and I feel like Mooji is Krishna in 1,000 fucking forms, and sometimes I just want to wrestle with it. Sometimes it's so bad. The song, and I have to bear my, you know, like, be real with you guys, and you're so courageous, and you teach me so much, you know, and I just, part of me just wants to go to a cave and swim in the ocean and, you know, be on the shores of Portugal, and but it's like I was resisting my heart, you know, like I was struggling so much because something keeps me, and I don't know how to ask for what my heart really wants. And so then I force the rejection by, you know, just the ego comes in, and I see this mind, and I just, it's not real, but it appears, but it is real because it's all consciousness. So I just see its little games, and I just, you know, I just want to flip off the cameras and flip off the world and flip off Hollywood, but not really. There's so much love, but there's the ego that loves the play, you know, loves the fight, you know, all the stuff that we do. But underneath it all is I know the truth of my being, and that, you know, my love, and that I don't want to harm anyone, and I'm not here to, you know, cause any problems with Mooji or the Sangha. I love them, and I don't know why I'm here. I just keep showing up in the now, you know, and I just want to be real. And I know sometimes it looks like I'm playing a big joke, but, you know, I'm just trying to follow my heart for once. And maybe sometimes slowly, sometimes quickly. But I just needed to kind of puke on you guys and be in the mouth of Sangha. And thank you for, you know, not spitting me out. Thank you. Thank you for swallowing me. Thank you.
Always welcome here, my dear. Everyone is always welcome. And I know that, especially with the expression of love and so much love which seems to flow with the Sangha, initially there can be some resistance, or you just don't know. Many who come just don't know how to deal with this. You know, it's just very confusing initially. So it's very good, and all of this will take care of itself. The Sangha, whether you fit into the Sangha, all of this is actually secondary. Primary is the discovery, the clear seeing of what you really are. All the rest will take care of itself, whether you're devoted in Sangha, whether all of the other things which you spoke about will take care of itself. The most important is to see what is it that I truly am. Who is it that I truly am? For many in the Sangha, actually, we've gone through this where I've asked, so can you give me the truest introduction which you believe about yourselves? Can you give me the truest introduction which you believe yourself to be? And it's very good if you can answer something like this. What is it that you truly believe yourself to be?
You're talking to me?
Yes, my dear.
I mean, it's like you could say, oh, I'm the eternal unborn one, It's like you could say, I am that I am. And we've heard it all. But it's like oh God, I can't describe it. It's just so beautiful. This is so beautiful. That someone, it's just so beautiful. Unexplainable. Dynamic, still, quiet, noisy, loud, dirty, clean, everything. Everything and nothing. Sweet and sour. It's just everything and nothing.
And now you said, this is my truest introduction. I am that which is everything and yet nothing. This is my truest introduction. So is this one, does this one have any views about the Sangha?
No.
It doesn't have any fear, or it doesn't have any attachment. It is completely neutral to the play of the Sangha also. Anything, any appearance which is coming, that which you described yourself to be, is truly not concerned by any of this play. And yet, moment to moment, there is full experiencing, full enjoyment of the play.
And then sometimes, like, I look at myself and I'll look at pictures or stuff I post, and I'm like, who is that person? I've changed so much, I don't even recognize myself anymore. And so sometimes it's just, I don't even know who's there. Like, who is this person? Is it all just one big, but I know it's not. It's so, there's not a doubt in my mind, and I owe that all to Mooji, but something I know it's all going to take care of itself, and it's all part of the play, but my thing is just, because we're all energy, whether it's the person or the absolute, is, I want to remove the I, and like, how can I best do God's will? Like, maybe it's, not, I just want to do what, it's like, okay, just lead me, like, and even if I resist, just lead me and show me the way, and I know there's no way, but there's something, because it keeps coming up, I don't know what it is, but yeah. I just needed to speak. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I want to tell all of you that nothing has ever happened to us. And don't just take my word for it. And that is why last week we were also doing this exercise to see whether any appearance which is coming can actually touch what I am, what you are. And in this way, in this contemplation, you're moving away from resisting life. You're moving away from resisting any appearance. And all is allowed. This is true openness. The dropping of resistance. And this openness actually manifests in every expression that you have. You see? Even your face actually, if you're open, your face is completely relaxed. Have you noticed this? Even in the external expression, if you're finding some stress or something resisting, you'll find that it shows up even physically, even on your face. When you're just open, effortless, then even your physical expression is seen so beautifully effortless and natural. That's why many times I will see some who are in satsang and they're struggling, like this, they are this time. They say, you're working too hard, just relax. You're working too hard. You've carried this idea of me long enough. I want it this way, I want it that way, I don't want this, I want to do this, I don't want to do this. I should do this, I should not do this, I should have done this, I should not have done this. All of this, just throw it away. No person has ever existed. And this is not esoteric. This is not something which you have to do a lot of practice to understand. Right now, when you look, you cannot find the person. So if you refer to yourself as me, do it only conversationally. Do it only as a game. Know that you are the Supreme Lord. And also know that because you are the Supreme Lord, you can never make the person also real. Because in this knowledge of being the Supreme Lord, sometimes we feel that my personal life should become better. But it doesn't work like that. Like we jokingly say that because I am free now, we feel that our car should never break down. It doesn't work like that. But life is not vindictive. Life is always supportive and always in service to your truest desire. And your truest desire is this self-discovery. So don't resist any button which is being pressed. And then you find yourself to be that which is untouched, unaffected by any appearance. And you can see this for yourself now, whether it's your first satsang or thousandth satsang. There is no concept of worthiness, unworthiness, wanting it enough or not wanting it enough, new or old, devoted or not devoted, even loving or not loving, forget about it. You just see what is here right now. And nobody can tell me that I am not aware now. Nobody can also tell me that I saw something phenomenally to confirm my awareness. Therefore, you must be this non-phenomenal awareness from which all this phenomenal energy is arising. That if we still hold a personal desire, I want freedom, but I want it this way. I want freedom which is not so simple. I want to achieve something called freedom. Then we can keep trying and we can keep speaking like this for hundreds of years and hundreds of lifetimes. Are you willing to give up your concepts of not just yourself, but also of freedom? Are you willing to give me all your beliefs and burn them in this fire of satsang? Or there's still something that you want to hold on to, which you feel is so precious that you as God must have this or have it a certain way? Or are you happy to drop your story right now? If nothing could be written about you after this moment in time, somebody wants to write your life experiences and they come and say, and you talk about your childhood and everything stops at this satsang. Nothing further to tell. Would you be okay with that? Is the story more important? Are you willing to continue leading this pretend life of personhood for just a story? Are you willing to just let go and say, no interest in this story of my life anymore. Because expecting life to be the way you want it as a person is arrogance. Even if you're saying that I want the most humble life, and I want to be the most humble person, who are you to decide? You don't even exist. It is only an idea. It has always only been an idea that you have had about yourself. There has been no Ananta, there has been no Atma, there has been no Adam, there has been no Dina, there has been no Jane. All just ideas we have had. And when you check, you see this for yourself. And yet this mind comes and says, but, how can it be like this? Don't you want it a certain way? Shouldn't our life end in a glorious halo? How long do you want me to wrestle with this mind of yours? Or can we just commune as consciousness as one? I can never convince your mind, and your mind can never convince me. So identify all the stories which your mind can tell you. You still get your belief and throw them away now. Otherwise, the mind is not going to run out of stories. It'll have a fresh one for you all the time. Now you're here, now you're there. Something, some story, some script will always go on. And we could be in the last moments of our life still wondering, what is this life all about? So don't wait till then. See right now, all of this is just a leela, a play for your experiencing. have no concept of me. Okay, if it feels too strong, then have no concept of me just for a day, only for today. And you tell me if life stopped. Just a day we can afford. No? Even if it feels like so strong fear comes for many of you, what's going to happen to my life if I drop this concept of me? Then can we experiment with it for a day and see if something really suffers? And some of you have these feelings that I don't want to relate to Ananta as a guru anymore. I don't want to call him father. Why can't we just be friends? You drop this me and forget friends. I am happy to sit at your feet because my head is forever bowed down to those who have let go of this person idea. I am a servant of those. So I notice now that the last few days I've not been able to read out all the messages which I have been receiving. And I hope it's not too big of a problem or something which is bothering you. If it is, you let me know and we see, maybe we get someone to read it out. I just don't find the energy here to be able to do that. And my throat has also not been too great. And Prema says, you said it all today, Father. I am nothing. All is yours. and I am nothing, and all is yours. This is oneness. In this moment, your holy presence is here. This is undeniable because you cannot stop being. No matter what the mind is saying, you cannot stop being. And this being is your holy presence. Even if the absolute seems unclear, the one that is aware of this being, even if that seems unclear, you cannot say that being is not here. Because you cannot stop being. And if being is here, why would you want to be a person? If God is here, why would you want to be a person? You've had enough, isn't it? So can we at least speak as that, this being? Okay, let's have a song. Nobody wants to sing? Oh, Adam is a beautiful singer. I did not know this. Let's hear Adam sing. We have inside knowledge now, inside info.
Namaste, Father.
Hey, my love.
Claire's put me in the deep end for this one, but I'll have a go.
Yes, yes.
Shankara Karunakara Jagadeshwara Parameshwara 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 Shankara Karunakara Jagadeshwara Parameshwara.
Very beautiful. Claire was absolutely right.
Thank you, Father.
My dear. Okay, my dear, we can play the invocations now.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Mahesha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Dhyanamam Gururmurti, Pujamulam Guru Padam, Mantramulam Gururvakyam, Mokshamulam Gurur Kripa, Mokshamulam Mooji Kripa, Mokshamulam Anantaji Kripa. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu, sarvesham shantir bhavatu, sarvesham purnam bhavatu, sarvesham mangalam bhavatu, sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramya, sarve putrani pashantu, akasyet dukhavak bhavet. Asato masat kamiya, tamaso ma jyotir kamiya, mrityur ma amritam kamiya. Om Purnamida Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Brahma Paramastu. Om Shri Satguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Om Shri Satguru Mooji Ki Jai.
Thank you all so very much for being in Satsang today. Sadhguru Shri Mooji Ji ki Jai.
Sadhguru Shri Ananta Ji ki Jai.
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 Thank you, Claire. Thank you so much. We can turn the broadcast off now.